Bitches. Hey you guys, another video with Candid with Kat. And today I'm gonna get into a subject that I have been avoiding. This is something that has been impacting my life on a daily basis since January now. Yeah, I've just been putting it off, and I feel like I can't release other content until I get something off my chest. In a previous video, I talked about a breakup and feeling guilty after a breakup. I actually went back to that person after being single for a year and giving myself the space. Decided to give it another shot for a few reasons. I was still holding on to this person even though I was single. Guilt was allowing me to hold on. Feelings of like, maybe he is a new person, it's been a year and he's still pursuing me, because I wanted to give this person an opportunity to show me who he says he was. I didn't want to change him. Why would anybody want to pursue you for a whole year if they're really not that into you, or if they really want to mess up, right? When I decided to get back with him, I set boundaries. And I knew that this time around, I just felt it inside, it was going to be different. I hate to say it, but it was almost like I was waiting for him to mess up. Like, I didn't trust him. So I was like, once he messes up, like, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. And I wish he would have proved me wrong, but that wasn't the case. I have to admit that I was a different person. One of it is I was stronger, another is I was more angry, and another part was that I was super dismissive of his feelings. Like, I felt like he didn't deserve to tell me that something wasn't working for him. It was like, oh, it's not working for you? Well, too fucking bad. I'm running the show. We're gonna go at my pace. We're gonna do what I wanna do. I don't care what you think. And that's not healthy. Like, a relationship is not gonna work like that. And he used to tell me, like, it's not gonna work if you're, but I'm like, I'm not gonna take advice from you, Dr. Phil. Like, no, you messed up our relationship. I don't wanna hear what advice you have to give me. If you're watching this, you were right. The relationship wasn't going to work with that attitude. But you know what? I forgive myself for having that shitty attitude. That's not who I am. And that's why I left the relationship. Because that's not who I am and that's not who I want to be. And it took but 3 weeks for me to decide that, okay, nothing's going to change. Like, I'm not going to trust this person. This person is who they are. I'm not going to get anything different. I'm not going to get a different result. And it's not fair for me to have these huge expectations for this person. And it wasn't fair for me to stay in a relationship where I wasn't happy. And it's not that I didn't care for the person. It's not that, that's not what it was at all. It was mainly that I didn't like who I was. Like, I literally hated who I was. I had so much anger and resentment. And having a conversation with this person pissed me off. Like, I'm so sorry about what I did to you. I didn't want to hear sorry anymore. I was over the fucking sorries. I wanted changed behavior, and I wanted it now. And I wanted to trust him, and I wanted it now. I didn't see anything that was like, wow, this is different. Like, he really has changed, or can't live without this person. No, I felt like I can't live like this anymore. It was an emotionally draining relationship, and it is still emotionally draining because I'm still processing the breakup. You know, and I have a question for you guys. Like, how long has it taken you to get over someone? Recently, curiosity killed the cat. Bunch. Anyways, I made the mistake of looking through his IG, and I felt angry. I felt betrayed all over again. I felt like, how dare he live his life without me? But yet I do want the best for him. But I guess I realize that they're normal feelings. Breakup 101, do not go back and look through their social media. Like, don't do it. It's so painful. The main feeling that I had was anger. It wasn't like, oh my God, I miss him, let me call him. No, it was like, I want to freaking call him and tell him how angry I still am at him. And yes, it was a mistake. I do not recommend it. And the video that I made about feeling guilty after a breakup, like, I was doing that video and I was processing everything as I was doing that video because I had not sat down to really think and evaluate what I was saying and what I was feeling. That video came out like pretty intense, and I thank you guys for the support that you showed me, because it was such a hard video to do, and to see how many people related to that, it made me feel less crazy. I went through so much in the relationship with him that I didn't want to be in pain anymore after the breakup. Like, I didn't feel like it was fair. I did not want to sit down and process anything. Like, why the hell am I still going to continue suffering if, one, he's moved on, two, he doesn't deserve my pain. Like, that's the reason I broke up with him, so I wouldn't feel anger and pain anymore. So why the hell am I still feeling it? I'm not gonna lie, I feel super freaking pathetic right now. Why is it taking this long? It's getting easier and easier, and it's a good sign that now I'm willing to talk about it, and it's a good sign that I'm recording this video, because it means I'm ready to get some of these feelings out. And instead of keeping, you know, the feelings of shame that I'm still processing, this, instead of lying to people and be like, yeah, I'm over him, or I'm over it. I'm not over it yet. I am closer, but I'm not over it yet. And this quarantine has kind of like forced me to slow down. The thoughts that run through my mind when I'm second guessing myself and second guessing the breakup is I start thinking like, well, he did make some changes and he wasn't as bad as it used to be. Maybe when he wanted to be my friend, I should have been his friend. Could I really stand seeing him with somebody else? The reality is he could never gain my trust. The reality is I could never I can't make myself trust him. That I was angry. When I think about him, I still get angry. It's a good indicator that I have to move on. He had plenty of time to gain my trust. And so instead of fantasizing and making a fairy tale out of what could be, we have to remind ourselves of the reality of it. A little message to my people out there: don't allow someone to give you excuse after excuse as to why they lie or they can't tell you the truth up front. Don't allow someone to tell you things like, I was scared of your reaction because you overreact. No. You didn't tell me the truth because you're a fucking liar. You didn't tell me the truth because you're a coward. Damn, it's so hard processing feelings. Like, it's so freaking hard. They can tell you I can't live without you. They can tell you whatever the hell they want. But if it's not changed behavior, don't excuse it. Don't excuse their behavior. If they're lying to you on a daily basis about the dumbest shit, don't be like, oh, he's scared to tell me the truth. No, like, don't fucking tolerate that. Because if he'll lie to you about the little things, they'll lie to you about the big things. I feel like this time, my processing, it's getting to the point where it's actually harder, even though more time has passed, because I actually haven't heard from the person. They're not like begging me to be their girlfriend. They're not begging me to be their friend. And so I actually haven't heard from them. And I'm thankful for that, because it's forcing me to really like, because these feelings are coming and I'm like, no, 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 like, keep it cool, like, just go out or just, but I can't do that because we're in quarantine and I don't want to run into another relationship with these shitty feelings and just trying to like put a patch over it, and I don't want to do that to anybody else. So yes, I haven't heard from him, and it's a blessing in disguise. This is what it's going to be like without this person in my life. Because this is when your mind starts to play games on you, trying to remember only the good times. Why feel guilty if the person didn't feel guilty lying to me? Don't do yourself a disservice by only thinking about the good times. You know? And he was offered an opportunity with me because I was caring, because I really care about feelings and emotions. He had an opportunity with me and he fucked it up. I tend to want to help people. I realized that when I first started talking to him, what attracted me to him is that I really thought he was like super emotionally mature. I thought he was so stable. I thought he was someone that I can learn from. I thought it was someone that was going to hold me down for once, someone that was stronger mentally than me. I really thought that for once I was going to be emotionally taken care of. And I was wrong. I want a man that's emotionally stable, someone who knows who he is, someone who will fight for what he believes in, someone who's not easily influenced by other people. I use humor as a coping mechanism because I want people to laugh. I want people to be happy around me. And it's really, really important that people feel light energy around me. I've been through so much. The person that wants to be with me, the person that I would choose, is someone who is going to remind me to like slow down and process things, because I don't want to process, because processing for me is really painful, because one sad thing will just lead to another. It will remind me of another thing, and all this trauma will start coming up. You know, I can never just cry about breaking up with a boyfriend. I have to cry about breaking up with a boyfriend and another subtype of trauma. That's my way of processing, but it's not healthy doing it alone. But I try to process things really privately, because I don't want to bring my bad energy around to anybody, and because it looks scary. How attractive. And so the person I want to choose, I'm going to feel comfortable showing that darkness to, and they're gonna hold me down. I don't want to feel judged for my darkness. The person that truly loves me and won't make me feel like I'm some broken, useless thing. I'd like someone who, when he sees me breaking down, he's not gonna break down with me. Someone strong. But I have found that when I'm making these videos, it's a really safe place for me to process things, because I know there's an audience, and I still want to give educational advice based on my experiences, and sometimes based on my education. It's a really responsible way, I think, for me of releasing some of my stressors, anger, and emotions and feelings. Thank you to everyone who is watching. I appreciate you. I am with you. Practice self-care during this quarantine. Be safe during this quarantine. Don't get back with exes during this quarantine because you feel lonely. If anything, if some feelings are coming up for you right now, maybe it's a good time to process feeling. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for not judging me. I really, really appreciate you and this platform that I have, that I've created for myself to be able to express hard feelings like this. If you want to see more of my videos and my processing, share, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. That was fucking hard.